Good afternoon, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 6th of August. Now if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I talk a lot here about the Great Awakening process as well as current global energies. So I'll close my eyes, we'll get started and we'll see what comes up. Yeah, they're showing me these government and parliamentary leaders that have been trying to roll out and bring out their reset. They're showing me them throwing a tablecloth over the table. It's like if you're having guests around and your table's a bit scratched and a bit old, you're going to cover it up. So you're going to get this big tablecloth and you're going to spread it out and you're going to cover everything so no one can see the imperfections. Now this is about government leaders. They know this plan has not gone perfectly and smooth. So again, they're having to cover up their mistakes, their imperfections, so nobody sees them. Because when people see the mistakes, as we know here on my channel, people rise up. Now this could be, for example, an example of this would be the data that's come out around Pfizer. That's still being hidden. The tablecloth is still being thrown over that. And people who are getting continuously, as we know, jabbed, they're not getting that information. It's still not filtering down to them. So they're not making informed decisions. So again, we've still got the big covering up. I talk here a lot about how the fact checkers now on Facebook and all this sort of thing are getting really tight, much tighter and tighter, and you've got to be very careful of the words. I know you guys are very careful here on my channel. Even some of my comments still get hidden. I don't know why. Sometimes I don't know why. I'm not the one hiding them. If any of you guys are wondering where they're going, it's not me. You know, I would never do that unless it was something creepy, which we get some of those sometimes, the adult comments. Anyway, so that's what I'm getting. They're having to put this tablecloth to hide everything because they still want everybody to come around for dinner, meaning all the little people, which is all of us little peasants that are supposed to be working for government and doing all the right things. None of us here, if you're watching my channel, of course, we don't do the right things. I'll just see where else we go today. And what the guides are saying, you can only cover things up for so long. It's like I always talk about it. The truth eventually comes out. I talk about it as boiling something and all the bubbles that pop when you boil water or something or you're cooking and the bubbles pop. Well, I talk about them being the bubbles of truth and that the truth starts to come out. It's like the tablecloth. It's like if you have a lot of people come around for dinner and they spill wine and then they spill things, eventually that tablecloth's going to have to go in the wash or someone's going to like pull it off the table. It's going to happen. These things are going to be exposed, and that's how they're showing it to me, that it will just happen. It's going to unfold because that's just the process of things being exposed. Truth eventually comes out. Once truth's out there, it's out there for good. It's out there, and they feel like they can do these, like putting out the spot fires. I've talked about that a lot, where they can just, you know, put out the little spot fires and it'll never end up this big fire. But it's not like that. Information is out there, and we know with the internet and the way people screenshot and everything can be done, that information is out there for good. Once it's released, it's out there. And we all know that Pfizer, etc., tried to keep all this information from us for, they wanted to do it for 75 years, like for some strange reason. Now, I'll just see where else we go with this today. So we've got the tablecloth being put over the marks on the table by government, which is hiding their imperfections, because they're not perfect either. I'll just see where else we go with this today. People don't want to take no more of this crap. People know this is crap. They know they're being fed garbage. They know these narratives are getting like out of hand now. When we think of the MPOX, we think of the renewables, we think of the electric cars. There's all these issues that are just constantly bombarding people and being like put in front of their face, that they're just seeing through it now. I said the veils have lifted, the rose-colored glasses have come off. This is true. People can see what is happening now, and you know the biggest thing they're seeing, and I know that you want to hear this if you're on my channel, they can see that the conspiracy theories are coming to fruition. And that's what we need them to see, that they're not conspiracies. The guides have been saying it for a couple of weeks. These aren't conspiracies anymore when they become truths. And nearly every single conspiracy is becoming true. Oh, I know there's people out there, and you guys know it too, that think Klaus Schwab, well, Santa Claus, whatever he is, Schwab's claws and Santa Schwab and Cotton Schwab doesn't exist. People think he doesn't exist. He is like a movie villain, isn't he? In some B-grade movie, as we would all say here. But this is what's happening. The conspiracies are coming true. I've posted a few things on my Facebook lately about senators talking about it in our parliaments here in Australia. So we know this is now a fact. The reset rollout is a fact. And that's what people are seeing. These people waking up and now realising, and they're getting quite disturbed to the fact that these conspiracies are now becoming true. And that's what we needed to hear here on my channel, wasn't it? Because we knew they weren't conspiracies all along. Oh, it's terrible being called like, what is it, tin hats and flat earthers. And it was really quite horrible, a lot of the things that a lot of us have been through. I'll just see where else we go today. Hang on. They're showing me all these smart city rollouts that they've got planned, as we know they have. They're all going to be on the coastal regions because they need the accessible ports to bring things in. They've got to be, it's sort of showing them all going down the waterlines of most of the coastlines in most of the countries. They're even showing like Africa, America, Australia, you name it. It's all happening. There's these coastal plans to go down. Like we know here we've got these smart trains and smart rail systems that are kind of being implemented because they're wiping towns out with floods and things now. So I do feel like they're going to have to build a lot of these things to keep people in that one, well, I think they call them a line, but it's like a line rail, and they're having to keep everything in a line because it's easier to control where people are going and what they're doing. If everything's just built on that line, then people can't like separate from their plan. So this is what I'm getting around the smart cities. They're going to be near these coastal regions because it allows also for that the boats to come in and this importing. It's saying importing and exporting and working with other like countries. I mean, we do that anyway, but obviously they want to do this in a very controlled manner. I'll just see where else we go. God, they're showing me the clouds are forming. And like when I think of clouds here on my channel, I think of like not only grey skies, but I think of that cloud seeding and bringing the clouds together to make a bigger storm. Like if you've got all clouds sort of separated, it's not that a bigger problem. But if you bring all those clouds together, it creates this massive storm and it's got more impact. So I'm getting a lot around, as a lot of us here know, there seems to be a lot of weather manipulation going on. So I'm still getting quite a lot of weather manipulation because what better way to actually sell your renewable changes as well, other than making out everything's just horrific and out of control, such as fires, not only clouds, but every avenue. That I'm definitely getting, there is a lot of this artificial man-made weather patterns that are being implemented. And look, I think we all know that. If you're on my channel, we've all known that for a while. No surprises that we've had mega floods in Australia, massive fires overseas. Oh, so many things. They seem to just, gosh, they blame everything. I know here they even talk about that snow has reduced. I live in the Snowy Mountains. They talk about the snow's really reduced over the years. It's much less now. We have much less snowfall. Mind you, all the while they're making snow by creating snow. Like when it's certain temperatures, they can make snow really easily. So I'm a bit confused personally about all the weather stuff as well. So I'm definitely getting that. They're bringing a lot more like clouds together to... It's all trickery. See, it's all this trickery again, an illusion. If they trick people, then they can bring in what they want to bring in. God, you wonder why they do all this sometimes. It's so complex, isn't it? Sometimes you can't even get your head around why and what they're doing. You know, really the question is, why are they doing all this? We know it's all money and power, but geez, they go to great lengths, don't they, to really fool people, I guess is the word. Let's see what else we get today. Yeah, and this is for you watching my channel. We have to remain centered. We have to remain in our power. We have to remain strong. We have to remain stable. We have to ensure that we're not fighting and arguing with people over just nonsense. We can't go back to those places that we were in, say, 2 years ago. We can't go back there. It's not healthy for us to go back to those dark places or that narrative where we were being attacked and vilified. We can't afford to go back there. You have to keep moving forward, and you have to find whatever way you can to keep moving yourself in a better direction. It's very crucial to our overall health and well-being. That's what I'm definitely getting from the guides today for you watching my channel. Stay strong and stable. Hang on. And for these people waking up, the visual they're giving me now is their little boats. I often talked about them feeling like they were drifting at sea for a long time and they were really lost. But now it's showing me that they are like flowing with the stream, but things still feel really out of control to them. It's like they're showing to me that they're almost like, these are the people waking up, not you if you're watching my channel. They feel like they're now in the rapids and they're flying along and they've lost their oars. Things went so chaotic. This is what the guides are showing me for these people who are now seeing things. They lost their oars way back down river, and now they're just having to like go through the treacherous waters. And this could be part of their awakening process too. But it's showing that because they haven't got the oars, they've got no way of steering their little boats, and they're just sort of being taken. And so this is what the image is that they're giving me. They're either going to like abandon ship, which means jump off and swim to the shore and save themselves, or they're just going to keep going down that road of not knowing where you're heading. And that's the choice now that these people are having to make. I think I talked about that a while ago, early in the year, that these people had to make a choice. They were at that fork in the road and they had to make a choice. Do I keep going down this road of tyranny and dictatorship, or do I get off and start making some of my own decisions? So that's the same analogy really, if you think about it. They're in this boat, they've lost their oars, they can't find direction, they don't know where the little boat's taking them. And so do they decide to get off, or do they stay on and just keep riding through the rapids and maybe leading to a big waterfall, maybe like Niagara Falls over there? Dan, you live there. This is the kind of unknown. Things are only going to get worse, aren't they? We know things aren't going to get better, and now these people are starting to see truth. So they're starting to realise that things aren't going to get better. So now it's getting to that point where they're going to have to abandon ship or jump out of their little boat and swim to the mainland and get some steady footing and get some stability. I'll just see what else we get. Hang on. I'm getting, this is for us, I'm getting that tomorrow is a new day. So every day that we wake up, we have to get up and see that day as a new day. We have to really like open our vibration up and really sense that inner calm and that knowing that we're all right. I think that's very, very important. That's what the guides are saying. We have to really feel that we're safe and that we're cared for and that we're looked out for. The guides always say that we are being guided and we're being taken care of. And if you're on here, I often talk about us being light workers, sensitive souls, empaths. We've gone through a lot of trauma in our lives, and that's why we were able to see things very early on in this whole great awakening experience. So we need to really realize that every day when we get up, and tomorrow is like a new day, and we see it with fresh eyes. And it's I talked about it the other day, seeing things through the eyes of a child, and really enjoying all the small things in our life, because life's wonderful. Life's here to be lived. Life's about colour, getting colour back into your life. We don't have to be dulled down anymore, and that's why we have to embrace every day as that new day. Oh God, the guides always give us songs. I'm getting that song by Michael Bublé. Is it A New Dawn? It's a new day. It's a new life for me. Well, that's the song we're getting today by Michael Bublé. I was talking about him yesterday. He's got an incredible voice. But this is how we have to start looking at things now. We've created a new life. We have here on my channel, we called it Terra Bella, meaning a beautiful earth. And we have laughs, and we have little songs that they give to us that make us giggle sometimes. We have like a new experience here on my channel every day. Gosh, I know a lot of you guys out there just are embracing your current situations and making the most of it. We've all been through this crazy, nutty journey that does not even feel real. It's just like a bad B-grade movie, like I keep saying, but we've found this joy in this ridiculous experience, and it's just great that we can look at every day as a new day, and that's our new life moving forward. We're not to go back. I talked the other day about not being anchored to the past, and it's about that forgiving the things and the people and the things they've done to us in the past, and that's how we really move forward. So maybe we go check out that song by Michael Bublé, New Day, New Life. Yeah, a new day is a new life for me. I don't know. I'm not a very good singer. But anyway, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. Let's go and enjoy all the beautiful small things in our lives, because we've learnt to embrace them now here on my channel. And that's how we keep surviving this madness and keeping ourselves uplifted, strong, stable, and always, of course, having that hope, because we have to have hope and dreams, because that's what keeps us alive, and that's what keeps us going. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Go check out my August video. It talks about the housing collapse that's coming, and I've got financial videos as well. I'll pop one of those over here for you to check out, and I'll say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.